Hi lovelies, and welcome back to this channel. If you are new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for all the love and support. To those people that share my videos, that leave commentaries, and also educate you guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Alright lovelies, let's dive into today's video. So lovelies, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok, and I thought to share with you guys so that you guys can actually, share your opinion on this. So, pan-color people have now decided to say that the term whitey is now a racial slur. And this actually got a lot of people asking questions like, why is it that you people want to feel all so oppressed so much? Like, they want to be oppressed so much. And I was just able to put up some stitch together. Guys, I'm just going to roll it. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section and let's dive into it.
Why do y'all want to be oppressed so bad? Do you think it's fun here? It's not. Do you think we get discounts on goods and services? Do you think we get alerts about Beyonce tickets before everybody else? Why do y'all want to be oppressed so bad?
It's mainly because we romanticize oppression. We think it's better than being the oppressor. For some reason, we think it's easier, because it means we don't have to examine our own inner biases, because we want something to be righteous about. If we're the wronged party, if we're the victim, we're right. But in the event that we're the oppressor, which is the case in a lot of situations, that involves some introspection that scares the shit out of us cowardly folks. Some of us, anyway. But I really do think we romanticize oppression. We think it's easier to be the oppressed class than the oppressor because we have none of the context of actually living with the realities of being oppressed. At least we've never been oppressed for the color of our skin. But we'll grab at any opportunity to pretend we are, because we've convinced ourselves it's better and easier, which is false.
It's not necessarily that white people want to be oppressed, but it just so happens that a lot of the people who are cool and in now are oppressed. So that disconnect is very difficult for them to navigate. And I understand. Listen, this is what I've been thinking about. I think about this sometimes in my head. How, like, racism, right? The beginning of racism. Take it all the way back. Slave owners were not even considering the possibility of black people becoming something that white people would want to engage with, or black people creating things that white people would want to be involved in. They were not thinking that far ahead, obviously. So now, fast forward, black people create all of this beautiful art and music that white people want to engage with and sing along to, but it just so happens that a lot of the music is hinged on a word that black people have reclaimed that white people cannot say. And also just themes and talking about the black experience, which white people do not understand and probably shouldn't sing along to in a way as if they understood. And that disconnect is not my fault and it's not my problem. And it's kind of like, yeah, white people are just shit out of luck in that aspect because they can't sing a lot of the greatest songs ever created, but should have thought ahead. Shit out of luck. I would say it's not necessarily.
That video is fantastic. You should go watch it. And it's absolutely true about white people in general. And I think that everything that she said is compounded by the social, political, economic influence of white evangelical Christianity in the United States specifically. Erna Kim Hackett, a Korean-American theologian, has termed this Disney princess theology. This idea that when little girls watch Disney princess movies, they see themselves as the princess in the story. And white Christians do the same thing when they read the Bible. They see themselves as the protagonist in every story. The problem with that is that the Bible is almost entirely about Jewish protagonists who are experiencing actual oppression and violence. For citizens of the most powerful country in the world who enslaved both Native and Black people, to see itself as Israel and not Egypt when studying scripture is a perfect example of Disney princess theology. And I think that is a big part of why we white Americans are so desperate to be seen as oppressed.
I genuinely can't grasp when white people, let me clarify. When white people use the N-word and don't see or choose not to see the problem with it, as if slavery wasn't like one of the biggest things we were taught in history. And then they're like, cracker is racist. It's just like the N-word. Cracker's a saltine. Slavery's not a saltine. I really wish I could chew you up and spit you out.
Just ignorant.
There are no all black places. It's a concentration of black people, and it was created as a direct result of whites only places. First of all, lace fronts, Brazilian, Malaysian, you don't ever see me walking around with Caucasian. Baby, please take a seat. White people stereotypes are like, oh, they're crazy, they're fun. Black people stereotypes are, oh, they're stupid, they're poor, they're violent. So when we say that's white people stuff, that's a positive stereotype. A white person say, oh, that's black people stuff, they're typically referring to a negative stereotype because that is all we have. A white person is shot, there is no uproar. But if a black person is, a white person could walk into a school building, be an active shooter, and the police will arrive and try to put him in handcuffs and disarm him. A black person, on the other hand, could be asleep in their own home. The police could arrive in the wrong house and kill them dead. See us out here fighting for Lil Koozie that got shot down the street. We say I hate white people is because y'all are typically on some hateful racist stuff.
White people want to be oppressed so badly. I don't know if that is true. Also, I'd like to point out that white individuals can definitely be oppressed. Maybe not so much for their white skin color in America, but for things like LGBTQ, disabled, religion, they can be oppressed for that. Everyone wants to be oppressed and I don't get it. Oh, I definitely understand. It makes so much sense. We live in a polarized society. That's a fancy word for we like extremes. Hot and cold, black and white, canceled or trending. And unfortunately, it's moved to oppression. In our society currently, you're either the oppressed or the oppressor. There is no in between. You are either a group that is oppressed and has absolutely no power, or you are the oppressor and it is absolutely your fault. And any discussion about that being not the case, you are therefore canceled. You're racist or homophobic or bigoted or uneducated. In fact, if you go anywhere in the middle and say, hey, can someone be LGBTQ and black and have some power in some areas but still be systematically oppressed? For example, me. I own my own company and have power in that area, but therefore could still be oppressed. Let's say if I walk into a school, a parent could still say, I don't want anyone like that working with my kid. That gray area is not talked about because we like extremes. And that's why people rather be oppressed than the oppressor. Hope this helps.
Like, seriously, lovelies, these people actually think that being oppressed is a fun thing to be, like, it's a fun situation to find yourself. Like, they actually felt that being an oppressed person, like the oppressed, is something that is enjoyable. Like, you have all the benefits of an oppressor. Like, seriously, how can you actually call the term whitey a racial slur and all of that? Like, this actually remind me of a video that I stitched, was it 2 weeks back, about this pan-colored man that actually put himself on internet and decided to scream how Ray and cis black people are towards him. Like, I do not understand how someone that actually invented Ray and cis will be Ray and cis towards. Like, this is just an example of this being oppressed. Like, the oppressors now are trying to turn the table around. Like, they think this is fun. They think it's fun to be discriminated. They think it's fun to actually come to a place whereby you have done nothing wrong, but all because of the color of your skin, you will be pointed as the bad person. Like, they think it's fun to be treated differently, even in the medical sector, or because of the color of your skin. They think it's very, very fun to be followed around just because you want to maybe shop one or two things, but you'll be followed around because everybody feels that you are the bad person. So they think it's fun to actually be harassed every day of your life. Like, how is this even possible? How is this even fun? Look, there is one thing I actually understand from this whole thing. The biracial girl that I stitched her video was actually hitting the nail on the head. She talks about how your widest dream, like an oppressor, in an oppressor's widest dream, they would never ever believe that something good can come out from the enslaved. And when they find out that these enslaved people actually have something there, they can actually bring out something, they can actually provide something, or they can actually produce something. Let's just use this video I just posted about Beyonce's country song. Like, just imagine the lady. She was talking about how, oh my god, you guys never had any country. You guys we are just there picking. You're only picking. You are only meant to pick. You are not meant to achieve nothing in life. You are not meant to be anything. You are not meant to own any country music. You are not meant to own any country. Like, this is just the projection. This is just the projection of the oppressed. Like, they never thought in their widest dream that these people that they have enslaved for over 400 years can actually, in the long run, become something in future. And now when they now see that, oh, these people is actually making their way, they're paving their way, they are even trying to meet up with us. They try to, like, they want to find themselves in that shoe. But without them realizing that it takes a lot, that which they can't even take to get to any stage we are today. They don't know that it takes a lot of courage, a lot of motivation, a lot of, oh my god, giving up, standing up, giving up, and standing up right back to actually be someone of my own type of skin color. They don't know this. So that's why when they say that, okay, I think it's because of the oppression or because of how they've been oppressed, that is why they have to achieve what they have achieved, or that is why they have been, that they're able to get to a stage that they are right now. So because of that, they also want to be in that shoe in order to feel or to know how it feels to be oppressed. But they don't know that this is something they can't even do. This is something that they can't do. That is why these, white women's heads come around, like, they just try to, like, feel as if they are the ones that is the oppressed. That's why any little thing, you are not even being too strict on them. They have started giving up. They have started showing you that, oh my god, this person is a bad person. Oh my god, look at my tears. This person actually made me to shed tears. Like, it is all, a fantasy. Maybe they see it as a fantasy or something they want to actually experience, but without them knowing that this is something that they cannot go through with. It is not fun being oppressed. It is not fun being discriminated. It is not fun at all. It's something that when you, like, even in one day is enough for you to give up as a white person, then you would rather be a privileged person. Seriously. Like, how can whitey become a racial slur? And I noticed that sometimes when we use some kind of words, to press the video, they try as much as they can not to allow us to use those terms. They try as much as they can not to allow. That's why sometimes you see our, you see the way we put our titles and all of that. This is all of it. This is it. And I don't know why this should be. Because I don't know why the oppressors are now wanting to be the oppressed. Like, this is just so funny. Anyway, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that this channel does not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational purposes. So please share this video, subscribe to this channel if you are yet to do that. And I will see you, lovelies, when I upload. If you have watched up to this extent, thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that this channel, we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational purposes. So please share this video, subscribe, and leave your thoughts. And I will see you, lovelies, when I upload the next one.